So, I am playing a game called Left 4 Dead 2. Left 4 Dead 2. And I chose this because it's Halloween. And I chose this game because it's one of the games that's a little bit on the horror side. Usually, I don't play games like this on video, but yeah, I'm gonna do a playthrough. So I actually recorded this before, but I didn't really explain. So I'm gonna start. So I picked up my weapons and my health bag. At the start, I could pick between a machine gun and a shotgun, so I'm gonna pick the machine gun and I'm gonna go. So enjoy. I hurt myself there. That's not good. That's a rough start, so I'm gonna start moving. Okay, so this game is a zombie game that is a little bit on the horror side. This is like a Halloween themed game. Well, not too Halloween, but it's more of like a zombie game, which is good for a Halloween playthrough. And this game is really fun. And although it is in the horror element, it is not too scary because there are no jump scares, and that is the best part. So I didn't want to play a game that has jump scares for this video, for an ASMR video. Maybe I might do in the future, but I don't like jump scare heavy games. So we're making progress here, and I found new weapons. And this map is called Dark Carnival. So I'm gonna kinda give you an overview of Left 4 Dead 2. So Left 4 Dead 2 is a zombie game where you shoot. You and 3 other people called the survivors must go from point A to point B, and you'll have to fend off zombies that come in your path. So and you have to stay alive and prevent any of these people from dying, or not any, but like try to be alive. Dying is not good, but in this game, but if you're the only one alive, that means and you make it to the end, you'll still win. So it's another item here. This is a pipe. So basically, I'm gonna go back. So you are basically with 4 people, 3 other people, so 4 in total. And I'm gonna stay out here for a bit. So the character I'm playing right now is called Nick. Nick is one of the 4 people who are the survivors. The others being Coach, Rochelle, and Ellis. So the 4 people here, me and 3 other people, and bots in this case. These are bots, so these are AI. So we have to reach to the other end, and we have to fight against zombies of all kinds. And if we all die, it's game over. If we all die, it's game over. zombies, and they come of different kinds. So these zombies can come in different types. And the zombie I got hit is one of those special kinds. So there are a lot of types of zombies. First, these are the regular zombies or common zombies. They are not too much of a big threat unless they are in big groups, or unless when they come in big groups. And if you are not careful enough, you can get overwhelmed pretty quickly if you get surrounded with a horde of these regular zombies. And so, on top of these regular zombies, there are also those special zombies that have a lot of mutations, or a few of those mutations, and there's like a few types of those zombies, and they're called special infected, where they have a unique ability because of their mutations. I'm about to exit this swamp, and yeah, I'm gonna explain to each of them as I play. Once again, this map that I'm playing right now is called Dark Carnival. It's one of the many maps in Left 4 Dead 2 and Left 4 Dead 1. And Left 4 Dead 2 has many maps like this one. Oh no. Okay, I accidentally shot a witch, so that is not good. Okay. I'm about to die. Oh no. Okay. That sucks. I did not expect to die like this, so let's restart. Okay. Let's restart and continue on. And I'm gonna move faster this time, so, and not accidentally kill myself with a witch. So while I play through this map again, sorry guys, but at least I show you that I died. And how this game works in terms of the map progression is that each map has a lot of chapters, as you can say, and each chapter is a different map or sub-map. So a map, in this case Dark Carnival, has many as like 5 sub-maps. The first one being, I think, highways or streets. I think it's called streets. And this is the map, and this is the first map or sub-map that I'm playing. So in this sub-map, I have to go through a set of streets that are blocked off by cars, and at one point I have to go pass through a motel, which I'm about to pass. And so this is the first sub-map out of 5. So, and yeah, so Dark Carnival is a big map which has 5 sub-maps, and it goes through, and it functions like this, and there's like many more maps, and each of them containing sub-maps. And so that's it. And so I'm gonna try to make and go. Oh no, I'm being carried off, so. And each of these sub-maps are pretty unique. Even on each map, last person that was still up at the hill cannot go down, cannot make it past on their own. Oh no, that's not good. I died twice because of a freaking witch. Yeah, if I, like I said before, like I was trying to explain that if I tried to go through a hill that's one way, and there's one person that's behind, that means that you cannot pick that other person up. That you have this 4 people that's with you, and 3 out of 4 got down the hill, and the last person that's still on the hill goes down. The last person has to be left behind because he cannot climb back up the hill, and help that last person. So you have to proceed without that person. So, and there's a lot of these situations. So I have to be careful in some areas of some maps or sub maps. So yeah. So that's great. I died twice. Damn. So I have to be careful this time. So I have to go to there. Go past through this motel. And most importantly, look out for witches. There's actually one somewhere there, so I have to avoid her. So, yeah, once again, we're passing through this motel. And I'm waiting for these. Oh no, I'm attacked. So yeah, I have to try not to rush. Because if I go too far ahead and I get attacked by a special zombie, that means that I have to wait till the other people come at me and catch up to me. So I think I'm going to pass, and hopefully, pretty sure I'm not gonna die. So I'm gonna use this really quick. And yeah, there is a big zombie here, so that is not good. I have to be careful here, and that zombie's dead, so I have to really proceed. And I'm gonna keep moving upwards, so I'm almost at the end again. And please, these people are really slow. And yeah, it's important to stick together, or else if I get isolated and I get attacked by a zombie, I won't be able to defend myself on my own. And so, yeah. So, if you reach a room like this, that means that I've reached some sort of safe room where no zombies that can attack me. And so this is like the end of the first submap, and there are 4 submaps left of this big map. That's what it's called. Okay, so that's the first submap. Pretty rough for a second, and I died twice actually, so that's not pretty good. That's not good. this is. So, I've completed the first sub-map, which is called a chapter. I'm gonna call them chapters since I prefer calling them chapters instead of sub-maps. Because that's what this game's called. I just gave that term sub-map initially. So, I'm finished the first sub-map, which means I'm moved on to the second sub-map. And this sub-map is called Fairgrounds, I think. So basically, I and these three people here have arrived at some sort of carnival. And so, this is what this map is all about. This big map called Dark Carnival is like taking place in a deep, dark amusement park that's abandoned. And I'm getting hit by zombies here, so basically it starts off with these survivors moving through a highway that is cuddled with clouds. I mean, not clouds. What am I saying? It starts off with us, these 4 survivors in total, that have to set foot on a highway that's crowded with cars. And we end up in this amusement park, and we have to navigate through these amusement park and find rescue and try to find a way to call rescue to help us. So that's what this map is all about. In short, it's a deep and abandoned amusement park. And so this chapter is where we arrived at this amusement park, and we have to navigate through this amusement park. So there are many different kinds of weapons, and one I'm holding right now is a sniper, which I can scope into and destroy zombies zoomed in. And I have this rifle here. I think it's a rifle. I'm not too much keen into guns, so. And on top of these weapons, there's a lot of items that are useful. The first one is obviously the medkit, which gives you health. And there's also pills that also give you some health, though the health that you get from pills is temporary, meaning that if you try to heal yourself with a bottle of pills, you get health from pills, but the health will slowly go down over time. What did I get hit? Why did this guy throw a rock and hit me? Oh no, yeah. So another one of these items is a shot of adrenaline. If you use it, it will give you a massive boost of speed. You'll run much faster than you normally would. And it gives you temporary health that trickles over time. As you can see, my health bar is on the bottom right, along with the avatar of my character. And there's this solid part of the bar, and that's permanent health. And on the part that's more like a grainy part, the one that's more like a etched chalk part is like you see that part that looks like that you've like scratched off with chalk? That is temporary health, and that trickles down over time. So the one I'm holding right now is pills, and if I use it, it gives me temporary health. As you can see, my health is slowly going down, ever so slowly. I have to throw. Oh no. I'm attacked. So, yeah, on top, there are other items that I could use. And there's like throwables. And the first one is a pipe bomb. It's like a pipe that is like a bomb, and if you throw it, there are a lot. These zombies, the regular zombies, will follow them, which, because of its beeping noise, and which it will attract those regular zombies and will explode. So I'm passing through this merry-go-round, and I'm going through what's so-called an event, which it spawns a lot of these zombies, and it's the best time where I'm going to throw this. It's like a pipe bomb. If I throw it, these zombies will follow the pipe bomb, and it's gonna detonate, and the bodies of these zombies will fly like a firework. There's a few other items. The other one is like a Molotov, which is like a flammable substance inside a bottle, and if you throw it, it lights a big area of fire, and which burns through many enemies as they pass through the fire. And there is another type of item, another item that's throwable, and is a pile bomb, which is not as used as much. But it's basically a jar that's filled with stomach bile from zombies, and if you throw it, the stuff that's inside will scatter and attract many zombies. So I have finished the second sub chapter. Subworld, but chapter. So I finished this chapter, and that means that I've moved on to the third chapter, and which is one of the unique chapters. So I'm gonna heal up right now, and I'm in the room that's called the safe room, meaning that no zombies can attack it as long as this room is closed. So this is basically a room where you have time to ready up, and once you're ready, you can pass through. And once you pass through the door here, you will be vulnerable to zombies. So, yeah. So I'm gonna try to explain the special zombies as I go, because it's been a while, and it's time to explain each of these special zombies. So this chapter is where I go inside a abandoned ride in the amusement park, and it's called the Tunnel of Love, and it is pretty cool. It's like a lazy river, but in fact, this ride is where you go on these wands, and you navigate through a tunnel of love. And that's like the theme of this map. So this zombie here is one of these special infected, and I don't know why a tank would spawn this early, but this is called a tank. And a tank has a lot of health, which is why it's called a tank. But a tank has a lot of health, and it's like this huge muscular zombies on stereo. This huge muscular zombie on steroids, and he can smash people. He can smash cars and garbage cans, and he can even throw rocks from a distance. So that's the first special just exploded in smoke. That's another special, and it's called a smoker. And that's called a hunter. The one I got hit right now. So, the one that I shoot, the one that exploded, is called a smoker. And that zombie has a long, 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 long tongue that can strangle you from a distance. So he can be afar, and a smoker can strangle you from its very long, long tongue. By the way, this is a molly. I'll throw it in pretty soon, but yeah. And after that, if you remember, I got bounced by some zombie, some humanoid zombie that has like a hood. If you remember, that is called a hunter because hunters just hunt, self-explanatory. So hunters, the one with the humanoid figure type of appearance, will bounce and can bounce off walls and can bounce someone from a great height. And that's another smoker. And this is another one way, so I have to get through. Everyone has to get through at the same time. And so I'm gonna throw some fire, a Molotov, that will produce a flame so no zombies can hit me. And then this is another witch. Okay, I died from the third time, and that is another special infected. Yeah, you see why I died through multiple times in the first chapter. This is because of this lady, the zombie that looks like a crazy lady. So she's called a witch, and witches can instantly incapacitate you. And so, yeah, if you're not careful, you will die from one zombie. So, that is one of the most dangerous zombies you can encounter. But if you kill her quick enough, she won't be a problem. So, I in fact did not see that witch because I was trying my best to explain the... Okay, here's another witch. So I have to avoid her, so don't shoot her. I don't know why, but my bots are like always shooting at the witch. Yeah, as you can see, this witch can instantly incapacitate you. So I'm gonna bring up this term, incap, or down in this case. So if your health reaches 0, you will become incapacitated, or in this case, or in other words, you'll become down. And that means that you can't function on your own, and you can only shoot your pistol, and you have to wait for someone else to revive you. So yeah, if I get incapacitated, I have to wait for someone can pick me up, or in this case revive. That's another smoker. Yeah, I see he has his long tongue that he tries to grab me and strangle me, so I come out of this ride, and the second part of this map, which is one of the most intense moments of this chapter, is where you will have to go through a roller coaster. Do you know? Yeah, a coaster. That's pretty exciting. You're gonna ride a coaster. No, unfortunate. I thought I would be able to ride a coaster when I first played this game, in fact. But actually, I'll have to run through the tracks while trying to shoot at zombies. You see this green goo that was on the ground? That like goo. It's basically stomach acid from a zombie, a special zombie called the Spitter, which spits acid that if you try to step through it, it will hurt you and you can get down really quick. You can lose a lot of health really quickly if you keep stepping on that acid, so I have to be careful here. There's another special zombie called a jockey, which is, I think, has a reference of a name from like a person riding a horse, so that's why it's called that. And a jockey basically is a zombie that goes on top of your head, on top of your back, and rides you. And if you get ridden by a jockey, you won't be able to move. Well, you'll be able to struggle, but the zombie will ride you and take you to different places. So that's not going to be good. If you hear that scream, that is called a hunter. That is a hunter that bounced me earlier, that went on me earlier. Okay, so I'm running along this coaster and I'm almost done. I'm getting bounced again, which is not pretty good. That sucks. And that's a spitter, you see? That guy the guy that I just killed, the zombie, will spit acid at you. Okay, so there are certain maps, parts of the sub-maps or chapters, that you have to pass through an area where it has an alarm. It's another spitter. And this zombie here is a boomer. The fat zombie will puke at you. So once again, going back, so a lot of these chapters have those areas where you have to go through an area that involves an alarm, and you have to turn off an alarm. And you have to turn off this alarm where the alarm will keep spawning zombies because zombies are attracted to noise. And so in this case, we had to go through this coaster, and the coaster had an alarm which will ring and will keep spawning these regular zombies. And so I've reached another safe room, which means that I've made it through the end of the third chapter. And this chapter is actually called Coaster because you have to go through this wooden coaster. And fun fact, a wooden coaster has a lot of these gums that are stuck on top of these ascension stairs and these structures. People love to put gums. And so I actually went on a wooden coaster as my first coaster because I went to an amusement park in my area. It's called La Road, and my first coaster was a wooden coaster. And yeah, I recalled that's when I was 12 years old, and that's when I happened to lose my iPod Touch. Yeah, that was crazy. Back in 2012, I went to La Road and I lost my iPod. Maybe it fell from a coaster or from a ride, but I lost my iPod. So yeah, that's a fun little story. I got upset. sub map. I don't know why I keep calling sub maps, but chapter. This is the fourth chapter of this game, of this map, this big map, Dark Carnival, and it's called Barns because you'll have to pass through barns, a set of barns with abandoned stables. So yeah, this is one of the hardest chapters that I have to get through, not only because of the barns, but because of the very, 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 very end of the chapter, which I will tell you once I reach there. So okay, so there's another tank, so I have to be careful. So there's another tank, so I have to really be careful here. Yeah, tanks are really mean, and he can even one-shot you if he like hits a dumpster or a car. He can if he throws a car. If a tank punches a car at you and hits you, you will instantly become encapped. So, being encapped is not good. The game is over if you die in single player, or if all four survivors become encapped. If all four survivors get encapped, it's game over. If you die in single player, it's game over. Okay, I have to be careful here because here's another witch, so I'm gonna not shoot her, and I doubt the bots will not shoot her. Yeah, the bots keep shooting at her. Just blame the bots. I died because the bots keep shooting at witches. Normally, if I'm playing Unreal and if I'm in a game with real people, they will be smart enough to not shoot witches unless they're new to the game. Okay, you see that big zombie that I killed? That hit coach. That big zombie is called a charger, and it's another special zombie that he has one arm. At number one, he has one arm. And number two, he talks, or I better say, he makes those weird noises. And the most well-known part of a charger is that he charges. So you see him, and he will just dash at you. He will hit you, run over you, and put you down. And then if he hits you, he's gonna tackle you, and he will put you down, like he will smash you down in front of the ground. Okay, so here's the part I was gonna talk about. This is a really hard part, in which if you click here, it triggers an event in which this part you'll have to deal with a lot of zombies, like a crap ton of zombies, like a shit ton of zombies. So yeah, I am saying a shit ton because there are a shit ton of zombies. So I am going to try my best to survive here. And so, first off, that's another charger, by the way. So, first off, I have to wait till these gates open, and this is when these zombies come. And once the gates are just keep pouring in. Yeah. Yeah, this zombie is a charger, and you see, I got charged by a zombie. I'm better off with a shotgun, not a sniper. I'm almost there. I'm just gonna heal up here. I know this is a bad spot, but like I told you, this is one of the hardest maps, and this is where I have to really destroy a lot of zombies at once. Okay, so, poof, that was hard. So that was the part. So, I finished the 4th chapter of Dark Carnival. The map Dark Carnival. The main map Dark Carnival. And so, and now I'm in the last chapter of this map. So, by the way, each map that you play in Left 4 Dead 2 each has a finale, something called a finale, which most take place on whoops, I'm gonna get back. Lost my throat. So each map in Left 4 Dead 2 has something called a finale, which is like which usually is the last chapter, in which you have to survive. I think you have to survive and survive as long as you can until rescue comes. So I'm basically playing on the last map, the finale of Dark Carnival. In which I have to go to this big concert that's abandoned. And you first start here, like in this lobby, I should say. I thought there was an item here, but so you first start at the lobby, and you end up in this abandoned concert. So you set up here. And you have time to set up. And so basically, you are at this big abandoned concert, and you will have to wait 5 minutes or something until you have to just wait till rescue comes. So basically, this will play music, and it will alert rescue to arrive. So basically, this map usually has music that plays like rock music, in which when I first heard it, I was really energized, and it actually creates this like atmosphere. It's so ironic that rock music plays, and that as you're trying to listen to the music, you'll have to fight zombies as the music plays. that's not. That's not good. I got attacked here, so. I'm about to get hurt. I'm pretty injured right now, so I'm gonna start healing up because I know from the fact that I played this map that there is a tank that's coming up really soon. So here it is, when the lights come off, that is when the tank comes. So you see here, this guy here, that's the first tank. I didn't know from this chapter that there are two tanks. So that is the first tank. So yeah, so this means that I'm kind of halfway through this last chapter, in this case the finale, in which there is halfway till rescue, so that's another charger. And that's another smoker. There's another zombie that I have not explained yet. And I think, I'm not sure if I already explained it, but there is this zombie that's fat. Yeah, I think I already explained the fat part. So it's called a boomer. Yeah, this one, you see this guy here that just exploded, that's a boomer. And the zombie appears fat because it has a huge stomach that's full of stomach bile. And that if you get hit by the bile, you become blind, I should say. So a boomer, what it does is that it has this fat zombie that will puke at you, and if you get puked, your vision becomes distorted, and that the boomers, if they die, they explode, which is why they're called boomers. Okay, so this is where the second tank appears. Yeah, that's another one. You see it exploded. And I have to kill this tank. So, I know from the fact that there's two tanks, and if once the second one is killed, rescue will arrive. So okay, so this tank is done, so that means that there is this helicopter that's gonna come, and once that's come, when that arrives, that means that rescue is here, so I'll have to fend off the last remaining zombies. And another tank. And so, once that I have done this map, this chapter, I have finished this big map. I've survived and escaped. So, if you complete all chapters of a map, yeah, it was barely 1 hour and 3 minutes. That's perfect for this video, as you can see here. That's amazing. I was planning to do a 1 hour gameplay video, and surprisingly this video is 1 hour long, just above 1 hour long. And so yeah, so as the credits roll, say, are statistics. I'm gonna explain, if you beat all 5 chapters of a map, like if I beat 5 chapters in Dark Carnival like I've done now, I basically won the chapter. So, yeah. And that means that I have won. Alright, so we're back to the main menu, and since I've won this map and I played through all of the chapters of Dark Carnival, I'm going to conclude this video, which is the Halloween special video of me playing a horror video game, Left 4 Dead 2. In fact, that's one of my favorite video games. Back in the day, it's one of the first games I've gotten on Steam right after I finished high school. And now, I also chose this game because there's no jump scares. I repeat it. So, I am going to end this video. Please drop a like if you've gotten your tingles. I really hope this gave you the best Halloween experience. Well, without any jump scares. Well, if you want a jump scare, just might as well go to a haunted house. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this ASMR experience with me playing Left 4 Dead 2. Drop a like if you did. And I make videos like from coding to me explaining the back rooms, all of these such, and I make a lot of videos such as that, ASMR content. So, this is wrapping up, so stay tuned for the next video, and